There we go. We are Hello, everybody. It is Monday, May 11th. I'm losing track of the days of the week. I'm doing pretty. So I know what day of that gets lost. Continuously have to check my watch. It is wonderful stuff. Anyway, it is Monday. This is episode number 32. Oh my. Episode number 32 of AMID. My name is PJ Wessels, and how is everybody doing? It is another marvelous looking day. As you can see from the weather direction, it's partly sunny out. It is. Supposedly it's 56 degrees. I don't know if it's that warm out. White, they're fun. Shelf clouds, gray. So, but very, yeah, more interesting. This weekend, we had a windy weekend. Very strange. How is everybody doing? How is your weekend? How is everybody doing today? I had a fun 5 days in a row. No, 6 days to do. So that should be fun. Which fun, except for a bigger ride. Oh, that'll probably help so much more. Is that better, Mackenzie? Can you hear me now? Am I not cutting in and out anymore? I'm probably doing a lot better now. I can just do a quick recap. It is 56 degrees out. It is partly sunny. Clouds are fluffy white kind of stuff. Windy, not as much as it was like over the weekend. Again, quick recap. I've ridden 6 days in a row so far. I have 8 to go. So that's fun. But yep, nope. I had there's like a pad button for each input on my audio interface. And if I have that pressed, it will mute it, or at least it kind of mutes stuff. So then it's a little bit better. Like if I've got music playing, I've got a speaker over here. And if I turn my mic around, then I don't have like the light blinking at me the whole time. So that helps. But I forgot to turn it back on. That's why you probably couldn't hear me as well. It's really nice. It's like, okay, I can do that, and it like quiets me. But now we don't want me to be quiet. We want me to be loud and energetic and keep people awake. It is a midday. We got to wake back up because we got a whole 3 to 5 hours still to go. Like I've got 5 hours still of this. I got to be able to wake up. Here we go. But to answer David's question, did I ride anywhere famous? Most of my rides were on Watopia. I did ride yesterday. My just short, like, okay, I need to ride to keep the streak going kind of ride was in the Yorkshire map that they've made. So that, along with the Virginia one, are mainly modeled around the UCI World courses that have been there. 2015 was in Virginia, 2018 was in Yorkshire. So I rode on that one yesterday. Otherwise, it's been Watopia because there's a variety of different things you can do there. It's got a lot of fun stuff. But along with like getting back on Twitch and streaming that stuff, I was working to set up it's like, okay, we've been doing this for a long time. We've been here for a long time, and we are still pretty fortunate in that we have got jobs and such and can hopefully provide for ourselves. But there are a bunch of people around us who are not as fortunate. And Nationwide is obviously teamed up with United Way a bunch. We've got contributions that we can make to the United Way through our payroll. And then we've got a bunch of different events that we can get involved with. Turns out that there is a donation platform called Tiltify that works with a bunch of charities and has started working with even more, given all of the coronavirus, COVID-19 stuff that has been going on. And you can link your Twitch account, and I use Stream Elements for like the fun, like overlay kind of stuff. So like the chat box is actually something that I set up, but the border kind of thing comes from Stream Elements. The timer that counts down to when more or less the stream is going to start is on that as well. So you can have kind of something set up and you can create your own custom campaign in terms of raising money for different charities. There's like a Red Panda one, there's Feeding America, and there's currently United Way one that I set up. So I've got now a link set up with all my Twitch streams. That's like, oh, hey, that's like, yes, you can always like give money to me. But right now, especially, it's like, that's not the point. We don't need to worry about me making money off of the streams. I haven't ever received money anyway, but that's fine. But I've been trying to like, okay, no, we're doing just fine. Let's see if we can help other people. So I'm able to have like a little like counter bar, like over here. Well, it's actually over here, where like we'll fill up with donations and stuff. So that's been fun. Working on doing that, getting that set up, and just learning more about. It's like, oh, there are actually a lot of ways that I could use this to hopefully do good for other people, not just myself, and like riding and getting more in shape. So doing that hopefully can generate some sort of donations at some point. But again, super early on, just trying to set that up and learn more about that. So that's been fun. Other things that happened. General note about my neighbors that or at least one of my neighbors that I'm discovering more and more. So I can look across out my window and see a townhouse across the street. And the garage that is like directly across the street from mine, there are two cars that'll normally pull in there. One of them, so if you're driving, and you like, so the way that I get into my garage is like I will drive past and I'll turn away from my garage and I'll back up into it. I've got a backup camera on my car, got plenty of room in my garage to be able to back up into it, and I enjoy that a lot more. Plus, it's just easier to then get out in the morning, and I can see like when I was driving to a bus stop, or if I'm driving into work in the morning when it's still kind of dark out, it's significantly easier for me to see going forward, and if there is traffic coming around the corner, or if there's somebody across the street, it's easier to look out and see stuff instead of trying to rely on looking in my mirror or looking at my backup camera. So I back into my garage. Across the street, both cars pull in normal. One of them does very normally, like, okay, you open the garage door, you see it's opening, and you slowly progress up to the driveway into the garage. That seems like a logical way to do it. However, the other car, which is like a wagon sedan kind of thing, so we'll see the garage door start moving, and then this car will come just racing up the street and up the driveway, and it'll have to stop right before the garage door, because by the time it gets up level to the garage door is maybe like halfway up the windshield. And I see this, and every time I just flinch because I'm expecting the driver to just ram into the garage door because they're going really quickly up into the door. It's like, oh man, okay, slow down. That's not, and they always stop. But I would be really concerned about like one of these times, like, well, you don't stop in time or something, and you take the top part of your car and the bottom part of your garage door and just, it's like, oh gosh. That'd be, oh, it'd be loud. It's right across the street from me. Like, don't do that. Yeah, we'll see. And they do it every day. Like, every time they come home. Even, like, in the middle of the day. Like, middle of the day. 6 p.m., same kind of thing. Just right up into it. It's like, okay. See your garage door. Plus, if you're driving that quickly on this road maybe should have, like, a 20-mile-per-hour speed limit on it. It's a little road that goes between the different like townhouses and stuff, and there are kids next door, 2 walls over. There are 2 little girls next door. There are kids across the street. There are actually a decent amount of kids around here. It's like, you're going that quickly, and there are little kids. Don't do that. That's not safe. Please don't do that. I'm worried about the kids, but not my driving. I'm also not the poster child for responsible driving, but there's some things you just don't do. And I feel like that was one of them. So that was interesting to like watch more and more. It's like, oh, was this just like they needed to get home really, really quick? Nope, they do that every single time. And either way, it doesn't really make a difference in terms of how quickly you get into the garage, because you still have to wait for the door to open. Like if you timed it properly and the door was more or less open and you went speeding into the garage, well, then maybe it's like, okay, you might ran into the back of the wall of the garage, but you're not having to stop part way. So I was like, yeah, if you have robbed a bank and you need to get back into the garage really quickly, you're not having to pause part way up. So, I don't know. But yeah, it's like, and you're stopping on a slope, which now is fine. There's no snow, there's no ice or anything. But if you have to stop on a slope in January when we've had a bunch of snow, like there was one time like where I had to help those neighbors clear off their driveway a little bit so they could properly pull in. It's like if you have to stop partway up the slope, you're losing all of your momentum and then you're going to spin trying to get in. That's not going to go well. But that was something very interesting to learn. Something else that I noticed on Saturday. So I got groceries on Friday and I had ordered them online. And I didn't quite get everything that I had ordered. So I didn't get a loaf of bread. Now I had ordered you order like a specific type of bread. You can get like, okay, I want the Hillshire Farms this one, or not Hillshire Farms, Pepperidge Farms this, or you want the Hy-Vee whole wheat loaf of bread. Okay, it's whatever. So I was thinking, it's like, well, okay, I didn't get the loaf of bread that I wanted, so maybe they will just put a different loaf of bread in. Nope, didn't give me a loaf of bread, so I need to get a bread loaf at some point. I didn't get like Colby Jack cheese slices. I wanted to make some burgers, so I had to get those as well. And I didn't get any frozen veggies. Okay. So I was going to go to Target because I know Target's got the frozen veggies and they've got the bread I like, and every place has cheese, so I can get the cheese. So I'd also ordered some more Ziploc bags and a couple other things to pick up. And then I forgot to include them in my Hy-Vee order, and Hy-Vee's got a $35 or $30 minimum for pickup. So, okay, I'll figure that out. We'll go take care of that. So my order was ready to pick up at Target. I'm like, okay, midday Saturday, which in hindsight was a horrible decision. Like, okay, I'm going to go do that, get that stuff, and then come back, and that'll be my adventure for the day. Oh my gosh, was it an adventure? So I had a mask. I get there, it's like, okay, it's taking like every precaution as normal. And first of all, parking lot full. Just so many, oh my gosh, it's so many people. So many people. It was sunny, it was windy, but it was sunny out. So it was like, okay, nice day, people out and about. I guess that makes sense. So many people. And walking up to the entrance, you see like a couple of employees are rolling carts back that they've been picking up, and they've got masks on. Like, okay, that makes sense. That's good. Looking around at potential customers, not everybody's got a mask on. Walking in and saying, okay, it's a little concerning. And it's like, well, there's a lot of people, so maybe are they like controlling like flow at all? And no. You just walk right in, you can grab a cart. Again, there's Target employees like spraying down the cart for you and like wiping it down. So once you grab the cart, it's easy enough. Well, yeah, get inside, maybe 50% of people had masks on. And no, it was scary. It's like, okay, this is not super great. So after that's like, okay, I need to just go get the stuff I want, and I need to get out of here because there were a lot of people. So did that, had to wait in line then at the cashier, and you got the 6-foot spacing. It's like, okay, that makes sense. But spraying down cash registers every single time, all of the like in-person cashiers had plexiglass between you and them. So it's like, okay, that's good. But there were so many just customers who were just like, you don't have a mask on. Why don't you have a mask on? You're not doing anything. Why are you so close to me? Why are you walking so close to me? You don't need to be walking so close to me. Yeah, so maybe I don't think I'm going to go to Target anytime soon. I think if I need to anything, I will have it shipped to me. And they have like a $25 like minimum order for shipping stuff. And it's like, you know what? Just I'll wait and I'll have it shipped to me because I don't really want to go do that because that was far more nerve-wracking than I'd like a Target run to be. So, no thanks. I'm gonna pass on that. That was stressful. Anyway, what less stressful stuff did I do this weekend? I mean, riding my bike's not stressful, but it's stress on my legs and such. So, what else did I do? Did some laundry. That was good. Cleaned up some. So, good to do that. Good to have that taken care of. Mackenzie's random question of the day. What do I do if I'm trapped in a car due to a skunk? I.e., like there's a skunk outside, and the skunk is outside of the car, but you are inside the car? Or is the skunk... Hopefully you're not trapped inside the car with the skunk. If you are trapped in the car due to a skunk, can you move the car? Oh gosh, either way. Well, if the skunk is not in the car and you can move the car and not hurt the skunk, I would say you move the car and then hopefully like get out. I feel like I'm missing something here, but so that's what I was like. Okay, just move the car and avoid the skunk. If the skunk is in there with you, you get out of the car. You get out of the car as quick as you can, and then just hope that just yeah. But I feel like that's from something, and I'm missing something. But maybe I'm not. Who knows? Getting skunk. No thanks. What's happened this weekend? Oh, I'm gonna go grab my shoes. I got fun shoes. Ricky Bobby drives with a cougar. He does drive with a cougar. That's much more fun. Oh. How dare you not remember the context from the questions that you wrote 2 months ago? I know I was counting weeks that this has been. It's like we've been 8 full weeks on this now. It's like, oh, that's so many. Again, the whole losing track of dates versus days of the week. 2 different things. But, so this last October, I ran my first half marathon. You don't remember writing that question, Abby. That's not great. Mackenzie, is in your handwriting? But this past October, yeah, I ran my first half marathon. Of course, I had to train properly for that. So that involved putting a lot more miles on like a pair of shoes than I've had before. Well, that's a significant problem if you don't know who wrote the question. That's fair. But I went for a run a couple weeks ago now. Yeah, my shoes like, oh, they're a little worn down. So I got some new shoes. There's a local running shop in Johnston called Heartland Soles. They also have a place in Coralville. I think they opened up a new shop there probably about a year ago, maybe. But they, of course, were closed for a while. They might be reopening. I'm not sure. But there you can like order shoes and they will deliver them to you. So I think I ordered these on Saturday. So I was thinking, oh, they'll probably come today, Monday. Turns out, like, they drove by, like, knocked on my door and put the shoebox down yesterday. It's like, okay, first of all, you can follow them on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure that, like, one of the owner is a mom. It's like, okay, it's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. Come on, why? But I got my new shoes yesterday, and they're a pretty color, I think. You can't, wow, those don't work at all. It's, oh my gosh, the lighting is so bad. Well, that was a fail. But they are like a light blue here, and then a darker blue in the back. They're very meshy, which I did not expect. They're just like an updated model of the shoes that I currently have. But I got new shoes, so I've been breaking them in. But I had to take them off because my feet were getting warm. So, but that's been fun. I mean, new shoes I think are always fun. They're a little bit of a pain at points, but it's always fun to get new shoes. And it's very strange to have them delivered on Mother's Day. It's like, I can see you in the car. Why are you not home? But, I mean, I didn't say when I needed them delivered either. So, I don't know. I mean, I got my shoes, so that's great. But, either way, speaking of yesterday being Mother's Day, I hope everyone wished their mom a happy birthday. Or not a happy birthday. If it was your mom's birthday yesterday, too, that's great. But happy Mother's Day. And I got to do another video call with my family because, well, they're 8 hours away. I'm not going to drive up there for a weekend when all of this is still going on. So, good to see them. Yep, Mother's Day hopefully went well for everyone. What else? Mother's Day, Target, shoes. Oh, and again, I keep thinking, like, again, just random different things. But obviously, we've been doing this for like 8 weeks. So the different like stuff that I've been able to do here that I can't normally do at the office is have music playing kind of throughout my house when I'm not on a meeting, because it's distracting when I'm on a meeting. And I also have it turned off if I have to like read through an email that I need to make sure I understand or like just think about without getting distracted. But supposedly, and I don't know if this has been the case, like if anybody else knows anything, but I don't know if people have been having like virtual dance parties, um, and how they end up doing that stuff. But obviously, we've not had like an easy, like, oh, hey, we haven't had a fun event at all in Des Moines in 8 weeks. And I'm trying to think. I mean, we didn't have anything planned for St. Patrick's Day, but like we didn't have anything with March Madness, and I guess April doesn't normally have anything, but it's like we could have had something, but it's like the there's definitely been like, oh yeah, no, like I'll be playing music and I'll be playing it like down in my kitchen. I'll be making food. And oh yeah, there's definitely like dancing going on at times. It's wonderful. It's great. It's stress relief. But I don't know of like, and there's a couple different things of like putting like, oh hey, can you have like a joint listening experience of stuff? If I start playing music through this, YouTube's gonna be like, no, you can't do that. Stop that. No, copyright. Turned off. That's not so good. We don't want that to happen. We want to stay on the airwaves. Staying on the airwaves is good. But I also don't have my own radio station, so I can't really do that either. Twitch would work, but Twitch doesn't work on work computers. So there's that. Plus, in terms of setting, like, it'd be nice to be able to, like, okay, if I was DJing it, it'd be nice to be able to, like, take requests still. There's a website called, like, you say it like Jukebox, but it's jaqbx.fm, I think, where if you've got Spotify Premium, you can join a room and be a DJ and like queue stuff up and it'll go through those. But you have to have Spotify Premium, and not everybody has Spotify Premium. So that makes it a little more difficult, and you can't even join the room and listen if you don't have Spotify Premium. So that's annoying. But I think I'm going to start trying to look for a little way to have something like that, because even just like, okay, Tuesday at 4 o'clock, sorry, we're going to have a virtual happy hour music listening session, dance party kind of thing. And that would be fun. It's like, and Zoom's got like a 40-minute limit if you don't have a premium kind of thing and you've got more than 2 people. So it's like, okay, that's fine. And I also don't fully understand, like, if I could pipe in music to Zoom as well, and then you're still trying to figure out requests. So not great, but maybe I'll look into something like that, because that would be fun. Maybe, I don't know. And if it sounds like a horrible idea and I shouldn't do that, please say something, so I'm not like wasting my time trying to find like a shared music experience setup, and then it's like, oh, there's nobody here. I mean, imagine like setting up a DJ for a dance and having nobody show up to the dance. Like, well, this is boring. I mean, I could set up my music. It's like, okay, I'll just listen to what I want to listen to. But that's like any other normal day. So wait and see, I guess. Or if folks have recommendations, let me know. Otherwise, maybe we just need to have like, oh, hey, you know what? Tuesday, 4 o'clock for like the next 3 weeks, we're going to do something. And who knows? And again, I'm saying 4 o'clock Central Time, which is 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And you all probably want to just be done with the day anyway and probably not interact with people at work until the next morning, which is fine. And maybe we just need to figure out something else. And over the lunch hour is always interesting, because like today I've got 8 meetings, including this one, I think. Calling this a meeting. I think I've got 8 meetings today, which as like an associate feels really weird. Tomorrow I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting this. Like, that's so many. But so again, then they all end by like 3 o'clock. 3:30 is like is when our CLT pricing thing ends Central Time. So it's like, okay, then it's done. And it's like 4 o'clock and on, it's like, okay, we could set something up. And I don't know if other folks been doing stuff with like friends. I think like people have probably done like, I know like my girlfriend has been doing like Netflix parties with friends, but again, you have to have a Netflix subscription. So that makes it a little more difficult, but workable. I haven't And also, well, there's like Plex too, which I have, but then you get to log into it and set it up. And my upload speed's not great. My download speed is fine, but I think my upload is kind of crummy. So depending on like work from home setup, I may end up switching to something that gives me better upload as well. In which case, then that might work. But yeah, setting up something like a shared like music experience would be fun, or like shared watching thing. Board games over Zoom could be fun. So I don't know. Well, and there's like I think people do D&D over Skype and stuff. Like before this, like that's how they like do distance D&D. So I don't know. Maybe we just don't need to set stuff up because we interact with enough people anyway. But I don't know. So if any of this is just like, no, don't do this, PJ. Don't stop trying to like be the quote chief fun officer, as AMID calls me. But figure that stuff out. If people have ideas, please let me know. Please share. Even if it's like, okay, you know what? I would like to be able to try to do this. I have no idea how to do this. It's a place to start. So it's like, okay, here's something we want to do. How can we do it? That would work. So maybe waiting. Like ideas are good. Ideas are very good. Maybe I need to go to Teams and like just do a ping. I'll just ping everybody and say like, hey, this is week number 9. It's been a long time. So hopefully it won't all rhyme, but we'll figure that out. Anyway. But yeah, lots of meetings today. We're going to like pull up my calendar quick. There's so many meetings. Unfortunately, many of them have been like cut short or just not been the whole time. Thank you, AMID, for having, I think, 3 Midwest meetings that none of them went the full time, which again, it's like, okay, why do we have these meetings scheduled for that long? And it's like, well, could this meeting have been an email? I don't know. Probably, maybe. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 meetings counting this. Not really going to call some meetings, 7 meetings. That's still a lot. But, so 7 meetings. And then, have I gotten any? I have not gotten any more. I've got 1. But I don't think I'm going to count that. But I've gotten 85 emails today, which feels like a lot. And we're just hitting like 12:15 my time. And again, maybe that's just like, okay, well, no, you're involved in a lot of stuff, actually, PJ. Maybe that's like a good thing. That shows like, it's like, maybe you're like involved. It's like, it's still 85. It seems like a lot. Abby, I don't know if you get like a bunch because like you're a director. It's like, okay, that would make sense. You get a lot of emails, maybe of people like asking questions. And at the same time, while we're like working from home stuff, so it's more likely. But so many emails, 85 emails today. Seems like a lot. I mean, and again, this is like halfway through my workday, so I'm going to get another 85. Like a lot. And again, some of these are like I've got an alert set up for like CL documentation for CP stuff. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got like 15 of them. Okay, so 70 of the emails have been actual emails, and some of them have been coming from GitHub. But it's so many. That's fair. I know I've currently got 29 unread emails in my inbox of 194. And again, I need to like sort through that. Like we're doing weekly goals now for our huddle, which I've liked. That's gone really well. One of them is emails, and I think I called it like emails because stuff has gotten out of control. Now I can't see that because it's on the other screen, which I'm now using for my personal computer. You guys move this quick? I still have it open. Awesome. And it maybe Abby's the only non-person from our huddle here today, but we can get back to the, where's my mouse? There it is. Such a struggle sometimes, just locating your cursor. Well, what did I say? I said emails, just because they're a bit out of control, which they were. That was a lot. But back to, we didn't do a hamburger and taco question. I didn't hear any complaints either, so that was good. Yeah, maybe we just don't need to do the rest of them. But the barometer / engagement question that I had was, now that we've moved to like just working from home, do you wear socks? Do you just not wear anything? Are you wearing shoes? If you normally wear shoes in the house, are you still doing that? I asked because like I was thinking over the weekend, it's like, man, I don't really outside of the socks I wear, like when I ride my bike, I don't wear socks that much. I'll just wear my slippers, which are kind of like wearing shoes, I guess, at work still. But it's like, yeah, I don't wear socks that much. Of course, I've got socks on now as I break in my new shoes. The problem with like socks with slippers is my feet get so sweaty. They get so warm. Because again, I have to take my shoes off, which are kind of mesh. And again, I've got slightly thick socks on, so that is part of it. But I mean, most of the time it's just barefoot with slippers. So I was like, oh, this is thinking about that. Problem is like I've got so many like dress socks, long socks that I've got like a pattern of some kind. So I've worn a couple of those as well. Like I think I did that last Monday or Tuesday when I had like nicer pants on. My house is warmer than 60 degrees. I did turn my heat back on because I'm thinking it's fine. I'm just going to deal with it. So, but yes, my house is definitely warmer than 60 degrees. No, I gave in. Since I'll turn my heat back on. It's fine. There's enough other stuff going on in the world that I am okay turning my heat up so that I am at least comfortable at home and will pay the expense of doing that because, well, there's enough other stuff that I'm not having to pay, and it's just like, nah, creature comfort, at least for this, I'll deal with. So, that's been that. Anyway, yep, nope, just normal, like, socks. Again, I've got a sweatshirt on, and I've got sweatpants on again, so it's like, I'm not chilling. Like, my sister has got, one, I think she just has, like, weird temperature control with her body, but she will just walk around, she'd walk around in this in, like, shorts and a t-shirt. That'd be it. No socks. It's like, how the heck? Like, I need to be like in pants and stuff. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, she'd be fine. She could have it like 55 and probably just be fine. But she's crazy. She's weird. Yep, currently have socks on. It feels a little strange. And the socks that I have are they slide really well on my tile down in my kitchen. So like I was making my sandwich earlier, and oh yeah, just sliding all over. I could take like 2 steps and slide to the kitchen, slide to the fridge, grab my jelly out of the fridge, take 2 steps, slide back to the plate. It was great. It was so much fun. But I'm also slightly worried about falling, so we'll see. Anyway, it is clearly past 12:15, 1:15 time, so we can come back to all of this tomorrow. I had so much to talk about. It was so much fun. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but as always, if you've got stuff that you want me to discuss, please let me know. If you have fun ideas for like engagement stuff and you just think, I want to do this, I don't know how to do it, but I want to do this, let me know. I'll look into it. It's fun to kind of look into that stuff. I've been, again, developing the Discord bot a little bit, and that's been fun. So random things that sound like kind of fun to do, but you don't know how, let me know. I'm not going anywhere, so I've got a little bit of time. So we shall wait and see, I guess. Maybe I'll look into like the music stuff a little bit more. So if you all get like random, like, hey, what happens if you do this? Does this work on your work computer? Because it works on mine, but I don't know if it's just me or not. Was it Friday? No, Sunday. I don't know. But no, it was later on Thursday, I think, even, where I was like, oh, hey, Twitch had worked. Now to go back to Twitch, and Twitch was down or not allowed. It's like, oh, okay, fine. So no Twitch yet. And no all the fun stuff that comes with that. But wait and see, I guess. Anyway, it is clearly well past time now, so have a wonderful rest of everybody's Monday. I will talk to you tomorrow. I think it's normal time, 11:15, 12:15 Eastern. So that means we're going to take just under a 23-hour break. Otherwise, talk to you all tomorrow. Please, as always, wash your hands. Be safe. You don't have to go outside and do a bunch of stuff yet. It's okay. Maybe don't go to Target. Target was crazy. At least, again, Target in Urbandale on Plum Drive. That was a crazy one. Maybe other Targets are better. That one was crazy. So, have a wonderful day, everybody. Talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.